Action!
Fucking hottest cheerleader they got.
Psycho, insane, evil. Pretty much, yeah.
Action!
I don't think it's going to be what people expect at all.
All right. Can feel the way I make it. Roll.
I just wanted to work with Rob Zombie.
Got it!
I would rather do original stuff, but sometimes some things just come along that were such, big films to you. It's like doing Frankenstein or something. Someone's handing you this sort of iconic monster and allowing you to completely reinvent it.
There's Michael Myers. He's trying to get in.
Yeah. I think it looks good, right?
That looks great.
It's good.
I don't like the color particularly.
Well, I don't like it as a like, but I like it as like someone's bad taste. Well, yeah. I think probably the back. Some of the scenes in the movie that worked out great, like the empty swimming pool, wasn't in the script until I went to the location. I go, great, this is an amazing empty swimming pool here. Let's use it. It's this one, yeah, and that one is really bad.
Right.
And maybe that other one right
Yeah.
there. Looks good too. No fucking palm trees.
In that area, if it's Sid Meier's right in that area, that might be ideal.
I think it'd be perfect. Cemetery's fine. It seems like there's a lot of ins and outs where someone could be walking around here and you wouldn't see them. Because all the rooms, they connect.
Baby! Baby, hold on, okay? I need to go.
Yeah, it's got a lot of interesting angles. The wood's nice.
It does.
It's cool. That is one of the original houses from the first movie right there in the corner. Laurie Strode house. I don't want any cameos. I feel like in a way, as soon as we start doing that, it's almost like we're sending a message like you're not taking your own film seriously. Yeah, this is a great neighborhood.
So, and it's a long walk if you want to do it all in one.
Phil, get a shot of this street.
Love you too.
Good day.
Mason, forgot your briefcase, honey.
It's the principal's office.
Sitting here is actually not bad because he's watching everything,
What do you mean problems? What is this?
He's a very disturbed young man.
It looks good, especially if you sit there and take a shot back here.
We'd be doing this kind of thing. You got the job.
This is what houses look like when they fall apart.
Was that last all the way to the stairway here? Oh, great.
Gotta get tired of that after all. Hello?
And what about this for Michael's bedroom, for instance?
I like the windows for Judith, actually. Trev is so disjointed that another week would be awesome. Day 2, and we're angrier. Tell me about your fucking mind. Their solution to everything is cutting. Because it seems like if you act crazy, like if you're in crazy mode, you can move it along. I can't imagine if you were relaxed all the time.
Listen, Mike! Barry! Look here. That's a new paint job. Don't mess it up. Don't scratch it.
3 or 4 handicap spots. Side note, the McDonald's cookies are made with love. This doesn't look right.
Doesn't look.
It hides my ugliness. Sweetie, don't say that. Take it off. You're not ugly.
So if we build the set, we'll build a piece of this to match. So this is where they spill out into the hallway. And
Definitely. Well, there's that one little palm tree, but there's nothing else for once.
Your pride. And eventually your soul.
I don't really like this.
it's too far away from the.
Everything about it I don't like.
Well, we should find out because it doesn't look very good going out on scripts where people think they're getting a script for the remake of Halloween. It says Untitled Halloween Project.
So Curtis,
Dangling down here. Yeah. Okay. So his head's probably about like this.
Well, I think we're gonna definitely paint out this mauve color.
Is that an issue in this one?
well, it's going to be an issue. Let's find out. What you want?
How do they feel about us knocking down walls?
Not a problem.
What would they do in Trading Spaces? Really, most of the action takes place over here.
Well, you gotta ask yourself then, if we wanna go to the woman's room instead of...
Shut up! Shut up! You expensive bitch!
And then you're not fighting that dividing wall, too. Why does it smell worse in the women's room? Back to this.
Whoa! I believe the tater tots were
No.
Looks pretty massive whenever you take a picture of it. Yeah. And if someone's in the foreground talking, they plop them down in front. That back wall has like animal heads on it and things.
It's Morgan. Don't you ever answer your fucking phone?
You know, like a guy who likes to hunt and fish and
Okay.
outdoors, you know, like,
Yeah,
and
like more of like an oak furniture.
more rural too.
No conscience, no reason. Even in a rudimentary sense of life or death, right or wrong.
To probably just get an ambience here.
These are gonna be broken up right about here.
Who are you?
Now that we've saw those locations, get a complete sort of a good overview of all of our fun challenges ahead. Basement set seems to be our primary concern.
This is the location as it stands. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do to change it.
We just get
This is for the basement scene, and we are building the skeleton, putting some detailing in them so that lighting can see what they can push light through.
Okay, I would like to, maybe you could build another one here, just so I can shoot through more of this. I mean, having Tony from the get-go is awesome, because in the last film he came in and replaced somebody at the last minute and was always playing catch-up, and I didn't even know what to expect, didn't even really know him. I sort of met him, said, good, great, you're hired.
For the Myers gravestone.
Right. That's a good size. I would totally believe he could carry that.
We're adding on, you can see all this extension comes out here, back in this piece. The other thing I want to talk to Phil about was potentially putting more of these little lights here on the corners here
That's a
and
good
there.
idea.
Like red leaves? Oh yeah, absolutely. They're all silks. You get it, they'll all be nice and colored any time of the year.
This film's supposed to take place in the fall. We got to take all the color out of green. So here's the cemetery, you know, with the green grass and then with the green pulled out of it, you know.
Desaturating the greens really helps.
I pull the green out, blue.
I see a lot of that, a lot of tight. I want to get a lot of tight close-ups on everything, like the hamster's face, the knife.
She wants to cut B camera days down.
Fuck her, right? Has there ever been a time where the studio stopped shooting so much film?
So, Phil, this is the shot that will not be appearing in the film.
Right. That will not be appearing in the film.
Yeah, I mean, there's just that classic kind, you know what I'm talking about, right?
He's a painter, he writes music, and he's involved in all parts of the arts. And I think that's great for a director because, when he's on set, he understands the art department, he understands hair and makeup.
He always brings great things to the table. Like if we have, like a ratted out jean jacket, he'll come in and he's got all these great patches and stuff like that.
And I want to play that Frankenstein thing with the sleeves are a little short and stuff, so his arms look too long. Kind of like this sort of like
quilted.
one-piece thing, but with a quilted
Yeah,
vest.
yeah,
and some kind of quilted knees. So it's more rugged. The original Michael was always just like, it seems so thin and cheap, but something a little more bulky. When he's wearing it, it's just that much of it.
Exactly.
It discards the
But I
quilted
love,
vest.
I love the idea of sort of
Yeah, no, I want it to be more like all one color, but more texture to it, not just flat.
These are some of the samples. This is probably the one that I like the best, just because it's longer. The robe for Michael. So this is just the base. We can desaturate this color and over dye it, and you'll be able to see the, the grind, the grease, that sort of thing. Isn't this just tasty? We got this on eBay.
It was so old and fragile, the plastic was very brittle, and they only had one. They couldn't find a duplicate, so we duplicated that, and those are the ones they actually wound up shooting with the most.
Well, this is better because it's bigger. This won't read very well. let's get off the phone. Saperstein, he said he could make the offer to Tyler.
That's excellent.
And did you speak to Tyler's agent?
I've left her a message.
My phone rang and it was Rob.
Fill me in on it too, because maybe I'll just call him and talk to him, because I'm sure he's picturing the character as it's been in the past.
And I said, Rob, I don't know if I want to be a person just getting killed in the Halloween movie. He goes, no, I want you to play Michael Myers.
Yeah, we have Tyler signed, so we can like get that going. By the end of this week, it would be nice to have more than one person cast, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think that's all of a sudden going to be like an avalanche that just happens, where you have nobody, then you have everybody. So
you're so dead. Ow!
We're about 5.5 weeks out from shooting, and let's hope it's a good day, because we need to get our cast.
the biggest concern I had, I think, when I took on Halloween, the absolute biggest concern was who's going to play young Michael Myers.
He was good. He was the only kid that seemed fucking creepy and weird.
How old is he? 10, maybe? I don't know.
Because I seen him bounce off the walls when he died. He bounced in my head when I killed him.
My girlfriend was looking through the photos and she was, who is this kid? He's so creepy. And I was like, that's good.
I think Daig was just what I was looking for, because I wanted somebody who you never saw before, and he just fits right into the world. His look and his feel, and even as a real kid, he just had the perfect vibe. He was, very unaffected. He was just different. We're still looking at kids, but so far he's just stood out.
Did you see his audition?
I saw that.
I mean, he freaked me out.
Yeah,
I was afraid to meet him.
Casting this movie is not easy. Everything's hard. Nothing about this is ever easy.
It's Jethro.
I came into the restaurant, I looked around the restaurant, and I saw Charles Manson sitting over there, and I thought, that must be Rob Zombie.
Well, Malcolm McDowell was the first and only person I thought of for Dr. Loomis.
I sat down, and I knew within, 30 seconds that I'd be doing the movie.
He's fantastic, He's Malcolm McDowell.
I've had abuse from people that didn't think I could fill the shoes of Donald Pleasance. And, maybe they're right. Who knows? I don't know.
Now, Donald Pleasance always seemed crazier than Michael Myers in those movies. And Malcolm has that weird vibe about him where he's charismatic and funny, but you feel like you don't trust him.
She said, and what are you doing? I said, I'm doing this Rob Zombie film. She went, Rob Zombie? Oh, I don't know. If I had a name like that, I think I'd change it. I said, no, darling, I think that's what he changed it to. She went, really? Fancy that.
Jesus Christ, we're going to be fucking boned on this Laurie thing. I don't know how we're going to get wardrobe.
I know. We need the locker.
Nobody saw it the way I saw it. Everybody was going in another direction and pointing their finger at other people to cast. Nobody got it.
What do you want?
And then I came in.
I had no idea
Face
who
in
I
your
was
crotch
meeting.
and the
Yeah.
screen test.
I know, I was like, hi, Danielle. You're joking.
What? It's a good thing. You need a boyfriend. And I need you. You need any boyfriend.
It's not coming along. It's moving like a fucking snail. We're still making a puppet show. Since Jamie Lee Curtis was so significant to the first movie, that everyone's like, who's going to play Laurie Strode? And what was really funny was Scout was the first person I saw. I felt after a while everyone was overthinking it. They wanted to read every person on the planet Earth for the